So we've had some unbelievable accomplishments this year, and a busy year, whether it was from numerous, starting at MedStar to being Film Ready Monmouth there, and in between there, multiple accomplishments. Overview of MedStar. In 2023, Monmouth County ranked 19th out of 21 counties in emergency services. And we needed an improvement. Along the sheriff, like we said, on February 5th, 2024, MedStar began, and I could tell you we had a staff of 15 providers and 3 ambulances. As of today, MedStar program employs over 150 personnel, has 30 ambulances, and has answered calls for service in 40 separate municipalities. In 2025, the program more than doubled its volume from the year before to more than 10,000 calls and 7,000 transports, while improving response time to 5 minutes and 27 seconds. In 2026, MedStar is projected to double again with an estimated 20,000 calls for service. So we will continue, when I say we, the commissioners will continue to invest whatever we have to do to make sure that we provide that public safety for our municipalities. The times have changed, and we're going to change with them. Shared service. The county has expanded its cooperation with local governments as well as Brookdale Community College. I am proud to share that Monmouth County is the only county in the state that has a shared service agreement with every one of our towns. 53 towns, we have a shared service agreement with every town, which means we do some sort of partnership with every town here. Not only do we have one, but we have at least 3 shared service agreements with all 53 municipalities. Shared service programs used by our municipalities include MedStar, our OPRS, PSAP, municipal assistance, engineering. Of course, our fire academy is a shared service. You guys are coming there. You would be paying for that there if it wasn't for the county. Of course, our public works. And I'll get to public works in a bit there. I think we have really expanded that to an area that is looked at by, and I know we have a lot of mayors that we're working with right now and it's something that really has reduced a lot of costs to them. Last fall, we hosted an extremely successful shared service summit. Excited to be doing that. We'll be doing that sometime in the early summer. We were fortunate to have the representative from the Department of DCA speak at our shared service summit. And then in November, I was honored to be able to sit on their panel. The DCA has referred to Monmouth County as the gold standard in shared services. And so that's something very close to my heart there. Grant funding is very competitive in securing grant funding. And we are very competitive in doing that, especially through the Transportation Trust Fund. To finance the cost of various roads and bridge projects, we have to go out and get that money to be able to keep our infrastructure. Everybody knows, every one of you municipalities know, we're always doing something in your town. Whether it's a county road, whether it's a county bridge, whether it's dredging a project, whatever that might be, we don't just stay there and plug it into our budget. We try to find alternative sources and ways to get that funding, to get that. With the help of the state, with the help of DOT, with the help of the NJTPA, all those outside areas, okay, those are areas that we try to go out to get. During 2025, the county secured over $40 million in grant funding for transportation, public safety, health, social service programs, which otherwise would have been funded by tax dollars. The 2026 county budget is currently under development, and we're, the 5 of us, are in the nuts and bolts of removing things, adding things, relocating things, whatever possible way we can make it work so it's affordable and keep the good quality of life that we offer. Also, as part of the biggest expense, which I'll look at every mayor, council member, our schools, all those areas, is your health insurance. Okay? Monmouth County made a decision a few years back, not a popular decision. Most counties, most municipalities decided to take that bait and switch of going to the state health benefits plan. Well, today, okay, we sit here a few years later, and we're seeing increases of 33% to 35% coming from the state health benefits to these municipalities. We're averaging about 6 to 8. We self-insured ourselves. Salaries. As part of the 2026 budget development due diligence, the county continues to review personnel vacancies. So over the course of the years, okay, what we've done is duplicated, or took away the duplication, I should say, of certain functions that we can internally put together. Overall, the Monmouth County, which is very important, the Monmouth County funds each dollar of its budget with approximately 67 cents through taxation, while similar counties raise approximately 75 cents or more of each budget through taxation. Now, that seems like a small number, and what does that really mean in the scope? It's gigantic. And how does that happen? That happens because, which I'll repeat over and over again, is the business model, our shared service model there, which I'll talk a little bit about in a bit, okay, that allows us to bring revenue in, but save expenses from municipalities. Based on the most recent information available from the State Division of Local Government Services, Monmouth County has one of the lowest general county tax rate among the 21 counties in New Jersey, second to Cape May. Due to the favorable location and effective county government, including public safety, excellent schools, and county recreation opportunity, Monmouth County continues to grow and prosper. Engineering, I can't speak enough. We had our biggest project go out this past year, the Rumson-Seabright Bridge, which did not cost the taxpayers. Roughly $138 million bridge. Nothing came out of taxpayer dollars. Terry, myself, Joe Wator sit on the New Jersey Transportation Authority. We secured that funding there, and we'll continue to work hard to do that. Our accomplishments for moving forward, we have the Glimmerglass Bridge for the people that live in the Manasquan Brielle, so it doesn't take 10 years to go up and 10 years to come down there. So we're working on that. We're in the design period to that. The biggest project Monmouth County will ever see, I believe. I don't think there's another bridge that will ever overcome the size and the cost of this one, and that's the Oceanic Bridge. We went through a lot. We went through a lot with the Friends of the Oceanic. We went through a lot with the towns of Middletown and Rumson. And we're at a point now where we know it's a high-span bridge. It has to be a high-span bridge because that's the only way we'll get the funding. And it's going to be probably close to a $200 million project. Fully secured funding from the NJTPA, which we're happy to say there. Joe Barris is in our planning. Planning's big here in Monmouth County, smart planning. And more importantly, we have to plan for the future, which is going to be a big component here is Netflix. Here, I sit on the FEMIRA board. I work with the mayor of Eatontown, the mayor of Oceanport, their councils, all those individuals that are encompassed, and Tinton Falls, I apologize, because Tinton Falls also in there to make sure that it's run efficiently, smart growth. It's a revenue base for the municipalities that never had it before. It's a revenue base for the county that never had it before. But we also got to make sure that we keep the quality of life. So we registered. Joe Barris did a stellar job in becoming a certified community, film-ready community there. We will be able to offer on our county sites films and videos. So if any mayor or somebody wants to be in a film, give us a call and we'll see if we can do with Netflix there. But they've been great partners. They've been great partners to the towns. They've been great partners to us. We've taken a major role in the infrastructure there. We'll continue to take a major role in the infrastructure there because, it's easier for us to do it than Tinton Falls, Eatontown, or Oceanport. Okay, we have the resources. We have the sheriff's office. We have MedStar. We have our engineering department. We got our public works. We have those areas with large amount of individuals. So it's something that we're really, really proud of. Brookdale Community College. Dr. David Stout ranked the #1 community college for the 4th straight year there. That's huge. healthcare and workforce leadership, student access and first-year success. I know every town would like to get this. Received a $5 million anonymous gift, strengthening transportation technology, advising first-year experience, first-generation support, and student wellness services. Transferred pathways from K to 12 educator development. That's what wasn't done years ago. That partnership, we're all Monmouth County, it's one word. Our vocational schools and our county college working together, that's our future. If we want to keep what we have now, those are the ones that are going to be able to do it. So I'm going to thank you for, and your fiscal responsibility that you have done. Your stewardship towards that has been fabulous. At the end of the day, this is what the county's about. This is who we are. This is who we want to be, and we want to grow. None of that growth can happen with just us, okay, here. It's going to happen with our great employee staff. It's going to happen with our great chambers. It's going to happen with our great workforce. It's going to happen with our great municipalities, our great legislators. All those people have to come together to make it our great schools there. All those areas have to make it. Law enforcement, public safety, all our constitutional officers, all those areas make a perfect county. I can't thank everyone enough for being here today and coming and listening. It's so important that you know that your partner, which I truly do believe you rely on, is actually working for you. And we will continue. We're a united group that work together for one initiative. So thank you, and thank you so much for coming. Have a great day. Look forward to next year. Thanks, everyone.
At 12 years old, the first job that I learned was to put sauce and cheese on top of the pizza. The first time I did it, I put so much cheese on, it was way too gooey and it wasn't our proper way of doing it, but I do kind of remember that that was my first job in here.
We are going to be going all around the county to different pizza venues that want us to do some sort of promotion for them. Slicing Monmouth ties into what we created years ago with Grow Monmouth, Made in Monmouth, Brewed and Distilled in Monmouth. When we were talking about pizza establishments, we look out of our windows every day and we see Federici's. Besides the great pizza that you have, we see the history that comes with it through the different traditions and families. None of it would have started without the foundation, and maybe you could elaborate a little bit on that.
I would love to, because I'm so proud of what my grandparents started. My grandfather came over speaking no English in 1906. By the 50s, he ended up being a court interpreter when World War II ended. My grandparents started to do tomato pie, and that is what we are known for to today. People enjoyed our pizza, especially because it's thin crust.
I was going to say that.
So,
I was going to say that.
It's not doughy. Since 1946, we've been doing close to 7 million pizzas.
And I'm a very traditional type of person. I'm extremely proud of my heritage. And I see my parents and my grandparents work very hard in their types of businesses that they had. And watching this, I know there's a dedication and commitment.
People sense that it's not a job for me. It is my passion.
I am so proud and thankful that you allowed us to have this initial Slicing Monmouth video here. Wow, what a great way to end this, having a great slice of Federici's pizza. Let's grab a slice.
All right.
It's amazing.
I'm Monmouth County Clerk Christine Hanlon.
And I'm Monmouth County Commissioner Director Tom Arnone. Welcome to History with Hanlon and Arnone,
where we visit some of the most iconic and interesting historic sites right here in Monmouth County.
And today we visit the historic Longstreet Farm in Homedale.
So we're here with Deb from Longstreet Farm. Thank you so much for being here with us today to show us around this amazing farm.
Farming is quickly disappearing from Monmouth County, and once our visitors step on site, we try to immerse them into the history of Monmouth County in the way we dress, in what you see throughout the site. We currently have 2 mules, a horse, 2 cows, 11 sheep, around 30 chickens, 2 hogs, and 3 barn cats that the visitors absolutely love. While the livestock is in the stable, if you would, you are more than welcome to come over and milk one of our milk cows.
Oh, I would so much enjoy that.
So this entire area is called her udder. This is her teat. So you're pinching up top and bringing all the milk down. That's it.
Right here?
Yep. Perfect.
And you have to do this how many times a day?
We do it twice a day, every day. Every day at 3 o'clock we have a milking demonstration.
And it's amazing how it just works, to be honest with you. She is doing it much better than I do, as you could see. And the cow is probably thinking the same exact thing right now.
This is the Longstreet family farmhouse. It is currently open as a house museum for the general public to come in and take a look at what domestic life looked like in the 1890s in Monmouth County.
Can we see the house?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
Let's take a walk in. The farm is named after the Longstreet family. The woman who owned the farm in the 1890s, her name was Mary Ann Longstreet, and she was a descendant of the Hendrickson family as well. We have a historic kitchen garden behind our farmhouse where we grow produce on the farm that would have been available in the 1890s. We do have salsify, which is a...
Salsa?
Salsify, yeah. It is a plant that tastes like oysters.
Never heard of that.
Really?
It sounds odd, but it's actually pretty delicious. So the 1890s were actually a very exciting time between growing your own and being self-sustaining, but still having access to larger stores in cities like Keyport and Red Bank.
So tell us what we're harvesting.
So we are standing in the middle of our produce garden. We've got tomatoes, we've got eggplants and peppers, we've got watermelon, squash, beets. We're gonna harvest some tomatoes today.
It's amazing to have this living farm. It's a really special thing that people can learn about our history. I'm Monmouth County Clerk Christine Hanlon.
And I'm Monmouth County Commissioner Director Tom Arnone. Welcome to History with Hanlon and Arnone,
where we visit some of the most iconic and interesting historic sites right here in Monmouth County.
And today we are at InfoAge, the History Museum here in Wall Township.
This one-time secret radar facility, thanks to volunteers, has been turned into a mall of museums. With one visit, free parking, you can visit 10 museums.
Well, as you know, there are more than 10 museums right here at InfoAge, but this particular museum is the Museum of the New Jersey Antique Radio Club. Here, you can touch and feel everything, and the kids just love that.
There's so many interesting pieces of technology in here that date back so many years.
Let me show you around a little bit. This is the first generation of television right after the war. You know, all electronic television was basically developed right here in New Jersey.
How did this start, this InfoAge Center, and what was it originally?
Well, it was a World War II radar base doing Cold War secret work.
The real reason this whole museum is here is because of Marconi. And here's a working model of Marconi's wireless spark transmitter.
The emphasis in this room is on radar and electronic warfare technology, and all of this equipment was developed and the requirements for it were done here at Camp Evans and Fort Monmouth.
One of our exhibits is a 60-foot satellite dish where they discovered the first hurricane. There are millions of people alive today because they get hurricane warnings, a technology developed here, and that's just one of many.
And here's a working telephone, and you can call across the room.
Christine, it's Tom.
Wrong number.
What?
I am the display coordinator for the Military Technology Museum. As you go through this museum, we have A lot of prototypes. We have at least, I'm going to say, 5 vehicles that are the only ones in the world.
This building that you're in now is going to be the future New Jersey Shipwreck Museum, where we'll be able to talk about New Jersey shipwrecks and the stories behind them. This is what it's like to wear a hard hat helmet and perhaps dive to 100 feet or more.
So much history nationwide comes out of here. It is so special to Monmouth County, but what's most importantly, it's so special to the state of New Jersey and our country.
This is all done by volunteers who love Monmouth County history, from Marconi in 1912 to the U.S. Navy in World War I, the Army in World War II, things done in the early space age. Monmouth County history that every citizen can be proud of.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of History with Hanlon and Arnone. Welcome to the Veterans Corner segment of Monmouth in Focus, a program about services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Sue Kiley, Monmouth County Commissioner and liaison to the Division on Aging, Disabilities and Veterans Services. The division is working hard to make sure veterans across our county know about the resources available to them and to share their remarkable stories of service and sacrifice. Today we will meet Bill Gardell, who is a Veterans Services Officer in the division. Welcome, Bill.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So let me ask you a few questions. Can you give me an overview of the department, and what does Veterans Services do?
Yes, well, the Veterans Service offices help veterans within Monmouth County by providing a veteran service officer to help them navigate the VA system and navigate what benefits are available to them and help them apply for those benefits. As in compensation, which is for veterans who were injured in their military service or started suffering from a medical condition during their service that they're still suffering from today, they may be eligible for compensation based on the severity of their illness currently. So we help them by providing them with the appropriate forms and helping them complete them and guide them through the process of getting their doctors involved to complete specific forms on their behalf that may not be obvious to somebody who's not familiar with the process.
Got it. Are there examples of benefits offered in addition to the one you just talked about for state and federal services as well?
Yes. For veterans who are deemed 100% permanently and totally disabled, which not all veterans will be, but some will, the state of New Jersey, most towns in New Jersey, I should say, offer the property tax deferment, as in where if you're 100% permanently and totally disabled, you do not have to pay property taxes on your home or primary residence. And that benefit also would follow the surviving spouse of that veteran. Once the veteran passes, if the spouse remains in the home, then that spouse would maintain that benefit.
I think you just answered my next question. I was going to say, are there benefits for the families of the veteran? Are there others?
Yes, there's other benefits as well. For the veterans themselves, in addition to compensation, there's also the pension benefit, which is a financially based benefit for wartime veterans. So we help determine the eligibility for benefits, because not all veterans even know if they're a veteran, for one, or two, if they're a wartime veteran. So each benefit has its own different criteria. So someone may be eligible for compensation based on an injury, but they're not eligible based on the pension benefit because they didn't serve during a period of war, even if they were injured. And for the spouses of veterans, there's spouses can also apply for the non-service connected survivor's pension, which is a financially based benefit for the surviving spouse of a wartime veteran, which has different eligibility criteria as well. So we help guide them through that process, help them put all the documents together, because it requires quite a lot of documents that the VA doesn't really explain up front. So it's very helpful to have someone guide you through it. And you're much more likely to be successful with your claim if you have a veteran service officer helping you.
Yeah, I'm sure they greatly appreciate having someone walk them through it, because it sounds like it's very complicated to get all the forms filled out.
It can be, yes. Yeah. Other benefits for the spouses include the CHAMP VA, which is also, it's very specific, but it's for veterans who are 100% disabled. If they have a spouse, the spouse can also utilize the VA healthcare system. And in Monmouth County, the VA has a clinic in Tinton Falls, and then further south in Brick. So veterans, can utilize either clinic as long as they're eligible for VA healthcare.
Got it.
And we have the applications, and we can also help them with filling out VA healthcare applications.
That's great. Most important question, how do veterans contact the Veteran Services Office?
We're located in the Human Services Building in Freehold, right next to Social Services. You do not need an appointment. You can just walk in. We're at 3000 Kozlowski Road in Freehold, or you can call 732-683-8675. And just ask to speak with a veteran service officer.
Great, that's great. Well, thank you very much for what you do. Thank you for being here with us.
You're welcome.
And sharing the valuable information that I'm sure veterans are going to need. To learn more about the services and resources available to our veterans, you can go to, as you said, Bill, www.visitmonmouth.com, and that will direct you to the service office. Thank you. We'll see you next time.